Hello everybody, Mr. Crook here. Gonna go over to help you guys get started on your project 2 in Botany and Zoo. Okay. Project number 2 is basically here. I'll pull up. Well, basically, it's gonna bring up four basic questions just about the life cycle of an angiosperm, and it's not too crazy difficult to answer. This project is super easy. Um, but anyways, I've had a couple people ask me a couple questions, and so I wanted to do a quick video of it so that you guys would be aware of what to look for. Okay. So one student asked me the question of what plant do we talk about with this? Well, I just want you guys to do an angiosperm because this is what that is about. And if you look up here, it'll tell you the next task, which is the Unit 2 project, will require information found on the following image. So take a few moments to study it carefully. So when you look at this, you guys, it shows you the life cycle of an angiosperm, which is a flowering plant. Okay. And you can see that there are two parts of the life cycle. You have your diploid phase and the haploid phase. Simply what this means is that you have 2 times the DNA and then half DNA. Okay. Haploid cells are usually the reproductive cells, and diploid is when you have it's basically the parts of the plant that are not for reproduction. So like the flower would be diploid, and during this phase you even have the anther and the pistil that are also diploid. However, after they go through meiosis and the anther makes the pollen, which is the male, I guess if you want to apply it to human uh, process, I guess. We like to do that sometimes, but the anther is the pollen or the male reproductive cells. The microgametophytes is what you'd call them, or pollen grains. And then you have the pistil, which is the female portion. Down here are your ovules that will form the egg once the pollen gets in contact and fertilizes it. Okay, so you can see this happening right here in this picture. You have your gametophytes right here, and you have your megagametophyte, which is the female structure. And as you can see, the pollen will enter the pistil, and flow down through here. And usually what will happen is there'll be like a small drop of water right here that the plant will put that'll collect that pollen. And pollination usually will happen. There's multiple ways pollination can happen, but it can be animal pollinators or wind. And that pollen can go in, travel down, and fertilize one of those the sperm, or sorry, the ovaries, the ovule, and it'll make the egg or the seed. Okay, and then that divides and multiplies once this occurs. Once this fertilization occurs, it is now a zygote, and it is no longer diploid or haploid, but is now diploid, and it'll go through and make the seed, endosperm, sporophyte, embryo, and go on to grow and make the flower and continue that life cycle. Okay, so okay, so this first question, and I have not given an answer here. So, anyways, I just wanted to show you. So the first one says make a list of the haploid forms of a plant. Number 2 says make a list of the diploid forms of a plant. And then 3 and 4, it's not showing me what those questions are, but I think you guys should be able to answer them. I'm trying to remember what they are from grading. Yeah. Anyways, not too crazy. I think you guys should be able to do those. I don't remember what those questions are. But question number 1 talked about what are the haploid forms of a plant. So if you look at here, here's your haploid phase. So you have your pollen grains. The ovule would also be haploid. Okay. And those would probably be the 2 things I'd look for there. And then for your diploid, I think that was what it asked for the second one, was the diploid forms of the plant. That would be your zygote or seed. Okay. And you could, I mean, you could go way in depth in this, but you got your seed, you have your ovaries, the anther. Okay, those would all be diploid parts of the plant. The flower itself is diploid. So down you can list off all those. Okay. Well, I hope that clarified some questions for you guys, and if not, send me a quick email or get a hold of me on Google Hangout. I'll see you guys later.